Oh my God. What up, guys? It's Captain Erik Tilson. This afternoon, we are out here on one of my favorite Central Florida lakes. It's freaking hot, but we are gonna catch some big offshore fishies out of those thingies right there. That's a big old brush pile, and we're gonna use our Humminbird mega imaging here. Scroll over, zoom in, take a little look, see here. Oh my goodness, a lot of crappie in there. Looks like there's a lot of bass in there. So you guys grab a cold one and stay tuned. I'm gonna show you guys some of my favorite techniques for catching offshore hot, miserable summertime bass. Who knows? Maybe you guys will learn something to help you put a few more fish in the boat. So let's go. So let's get into this brush pile with our swim jig first. And I can tell you, it looks like there's a few suspended out off of this pile. Gonna give them a look at the old CPF Lures tungsten swim jig here. See if anybody's interested in a delicious swim jig. Got some followers. Ooh, we had some bites. Had some bites already. First cast. Nibble action. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Could be sockeye. Letting some of these ones that come up and look at it get a really good look at it. When the water temp is this hot, you know, you kind of got to slow down a little bit. You don't want to take it away from the fish. So strolling that jig in their strike zone is extremely effective. Oh, had one. Had one. Short strike. And I can tell you, if that continues to happen, we're going to shorten our swim bait trailer on the back of our jig. Sometimes what I like to do is actually use like a crawfish or a beaver style bait in this kind of a situation. A little bit more of a compact profile. There he is, guys. Not very big, but he is a bass. That's that CPF Lures 1/2 ounce tungsten swim jig. little bit smaller profile, little guy. So what I'm having to do is I'm actually having to work that jig really, really close to the pile. Got a bunch of followers right now. There's one. That feels like a better fish, guys. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. It's a nice fish, guys. Oh, jumped off right there of the boat. Golly. I was trying to fight that fish and watch the trolling motor and watch the brush pile. I was about to hit spot lock and handle the fish, and she jumped off. So, man, it is hard to not snatch when they're just down there ripping your swim jig apart. And another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim that skirt. These fish are they're reacting to this thing really well, but they are not biting it good enough. So I'm gonna trim the skirt to hook length. I'm literally just going to the length of the hook all the way around. Just trim her up a little bit. Give this skirt a little bit of a haircut. Now we've got a much smaller, we're still 1/2 ounce tungsten swim jig, a little bit smaller, finessier presentation. We're gonna let them take a look. All right, guys, well, we're gonna keep moving. Get back on the Humminbird mega imaging, see if we can find us another brush pile. Generally speaking, the bigger the brush pile, the better. But that is not always the case. I'm ready to freaking pop one on my swim jig. So you kind of got to get it in front of them. Got her. Watched her lunge up off the pile and absolutely munch that swim jig. It's not a giant, but it's another nice tournament quality fish. It's probably 3.5 pounds. There's one on the dead minnow, guys. Give it up, bro. So there we go. On the 3-inch Ned minnow. Little ball head. Pretty cool eat. He was actually at the top of the pile, and I dropped this down in there. I watched him swim down and get it. Not a giant, but so far, guys, our little tungsten swim jig has been the ticket today out here on this central Florida lake fishing these brush piles. That's just a 1/2 ounce CPF Lures tungsten swim jig and a little 3/8 swim bait on it. There's a nice fish right there, guys. Another nice one. It's that CPF Lures 1/2 ounce tungsten swim jig. About a 3, probably 3 1/4. So far this afternoon, the fishing's been pretty good. You know, we lost our biggest bite of the afternoon. One of those first ones we got to bite, one of those first brush piles we pulled up on. She jumped off right here at the boat, but honestly, the rest of everything else we're catching has been pretty good size. Found another pile brush. Put this little nugget of gold in this brush pile. It's actually not gold. It's like pearl and chartreuse and made out of tungsten. But she's a bad mamba jamba. Stud right there, boys. Oh man. Stop it. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Worst landing ever, but we have got her. We got her. Woo! Look at that, boys. It's on that CPF Lures 1/2 ounce tungsten swim jig. We have had ourselves a good little afternoon out here. Central Florida Lake, summertime brush. Look at that beauty. Gorgeous fish. Love it. It's hot. Fish are hungry and they will absolutely munch that swim jig. We are going to get her back in the water. Make sure she gets back healthy. goes. Done with that thing. If you find yourself out here on these Central Florida lakes, and you're looking to try something a little bit different, something that maybe other people aren't doing, maybe you're not doing it, but I don't know, maybe you are. Try working a swim jig in and around brush, especially on these lakes that have this really green water. That thing really stands out down there. It attracts a lot of attention, but it's also subtle. That's that 1/2 ounce tungsten swim jig from CPF Lures. You guys saw earlier we trimmed that weed guard. We have not had any issues today, but the way that this head, the way that super rounded head, it's got a keel on it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there is a keel. It comes down, the whole rounded head comes down and makes a keel, just like a boat. This thing makes contact with things like brush and grass, and it rides up and over really well. We put a little 3-inch swim bait on there, and we trimmed the skirt. And the only reason we did that today was because we were getting short strikes so many times when we first got out here this afternoon. After I lost several really nice fish from short strikes, we were throwing the full-size wobbler on there to begin with. We took the wobbler off, we put a 3-inch swim bait on there, and we cut the skirt, same length of the hook. We cut the weed guard. We didn't have any more issues the rest of the day. Give that a try out there on your local lake, on your brush piles. 17-pound SEAGUAR INVISX. I've got this paired up on a Dobbins Champion Extreme 744. And it's on a pretty fast reel. This is actually an old Lew's Super Duty. It's one of my favorite reels that I have. And that's an 8-to-1 gear ratio. Now, do you have to have an 8-to-1 gear ratio? No. You would think, actually, you would do better with a slower reel. You know, I would say if you're doing this and you're not using live scope, maybe use a slower reel if it's going to help you stay down there a little bit better. I'm, of course, running forward-facing sonar, so I'm able to watch my jig the entire time. Makes it a little bit easier. And so I don't have a problem with reeling it in too fast. But what that faster gear ratio is going to give you, you're going to be able to take up that line, all that fluorocarbon that's going down there to 10, 15, 20 feet down. You're going to be able to take up that excess line and get a better hook set more effectively with a faster reel. Slower reel, you're not going to be able to take up line as effectively. So most of everything cool that we did today came on that swim jig I just showed you guys, and my other little favorite, that's that 3-inch CPF Lures Ned minnow. I've dipped the tail in chartreuse tie, little ball head jig, little weedless ball head. If you guys are wanting to see the content that I'm putting out, you need to make sure you like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. One thing to remember, guys, I always link in the description below the video. I always link all the products that I use in each one of these videos. So make sure you guys, if y'all have questions, check the description below. There will be a link to each one of the products that I've used in this video. But guys, that is it. I'm out of here. Remember to wear your sunscreen. Go see your dermatologist. Until the next video, guys, y'all go catch some fish. See ya.